Yeah, welcome. Today we are going to talk about the most advanced technological advancement that is like growing in a rapid rate. That is artificial intelligence. So we want to talk will that artificial intelligence help us or aid in destroying us. That is what we want to focus on today. So this is I already saw a culture that once I'm bringing a topic, once I'm bringing something that we are going on through that we want to share with each other, I always look some what as articles are saying. I always Google, I always look for tutorials. One of the tutorials here on YouTube are talking about. That is what I focus on the most. Once I find others and I'm finding something that it's hard to for me even myself to comprehend, or I think that someone might be it might be hard for someone to comprehend, then I bring it so that we should share, discuss. Once we do that, then we all come back to one common thing so that in our process of learning, growing, and actualizing, we are not going far that someone is looking at the other as a threat or someone is overcoming the other. No, but we should all grow together as one. Just like the Bible said that we are all one, we are all reflection of light. In John it specifies that we are all light and his light that manifest in us. So you have to also be reflection of light, looking at the other as also divine being, a light, just like this, the same as you, that we can learn from each other, grow and actualize. That is it. What we need to focus on as the most important thing as we are learning, growing, and actualizing. So this is from paulresearchcenter.com, and the title is Artificial Intelligence and the Future of Humans. Remember, we are humans. Once for you to be human, it means you have attained self-awareness. Self-awareness is all about knowing what you are able to do. Is more. It goes together with assertiveness. Know what you are able to do and what you are not able to do. That is what it focuses. And here our goal is for us to reach hyper awareness. Once we reach hyper awareness, then everything is going to be in a comprehensive way that we are beyond what we are able to do. We are going far than what we normally know. That is the importance of going, becoming hyper aware. That is becoming God. That is becoming everything that exists. Once you become it, then you manifest it, you project the light, you show the light of the world. Although some people hate light, it's the what we always explain that there is always two opposing forces, light and dark, left and right, negative and positive. There might be some they might hate it, but once you understand the truth, you learn mathematics, you know how to master these two opposing forces, then you are going to live according to it and manifest light. Your way, your doing it is going to be projection of light. That is what we really need to focus on, not looking at the other threat or someone you should think of harming. No, don't. We should not do that. So, what all this have to do with artificial intelligence? Because in the process of learning, growing, it means we are also technologically getting advanced in everything. Science is not static. Science is still growing at an exponential rate. That it's up to us now to come together and know that for us to still grow as scientific individuals, we also need to understand nationalism that is beyond going beyond science itself, going beyond the matter itself. Padise, so was sad. Yeah, sorry, there was noise going on. That's why I was supposed to stop with that we should do. Yeah, hear each other, understand each other. Hey, Fadis, kubadda nenda tujani jani. Na moga mankora jizungu ngani. Yeah. Kuchapa zone. Sorry, I'm explaining this to you and someone is washing clothes. Just close to the stream. We are a family. We do this together, but I have done this deliberately so that I don't confuse you, my audience, that you are getting the information. This information is for everyone, for everyone and every one of us to learn, grow, and actualize. So it continues, code-driven systems have spread to more than half of the world's inhabitants in the immediate information and connectivity, offering previously unimagined opportunity and unprecedented threats. You see, unprecedented threats that, or some of them might be, if you are in unprecedented threats, it means you have something to do with your ego. Remember, we always say transcend your ego. Do not identify yourself with the ego itself. As emerging algorithm-driven AI accustomed to spread, will people be better off than they are today? That is what everyone now is thinking. If you were projecting light to the world, will the people in your world you are projecting onto also live according to that light? Will also benefit from the light you projected, or the light you projected will demolish them or destroy them? Yeah, that is what we will go to continue from there. Yeah, so let's continue. I talked about code-driven systems have spread to more than half of the world, inhabitant in abundant information and connectivity, offering previously unimagined opportunity and unprecedented threats. I have explained this, I think, in details. If you have more questions, then you might ask. And the threats we are talking about, they are more of how we are growing, at how artificial intelligence is growing. Remember, artificial intelligence is not just about a car might artificially get find some intelligence that it might start operating on itself. No, it's us humans that we are cautious and we are driving the technological advancement. We are the ones making better technological advancements. So, what we mention artificial intelligence, it means we are not talking about only uh, cars. No, we are talking about even the sound itself. The sound, what we should focus on, we should focus on some speakers they are able to produce, like Bluetooth, how Bluetooth have grown. It's a good example that Bluetooth is able to produce sound. It might be able to answer to you. That is one aspect of artificial intelligence. You see? So, as conscious beings, how are we building this towards bettering ourselves, not letting it destroy us? If you are not learning and growing and actualizing. So, as energy algorithm driven AI custom to spread, will people be better off than they are today? That is another thing that I have explained. And the answer is that we have to learn, grow. We have to know that we are conscious beings. We are driving the technological advancements, not technological advancements advancing us. The expert predicted natured AI will amplify human effectiveness, but also threaten human autonomy, agency, and capabilities. As we are growing cautiously, uh, it doesn't mean that the technology is going to. What do you want? What do you want? Okay, then sit there. Yeah, so as we are saying that it's not the AI, but once we let the AI, not once we stop learning and let focus on other things instead of learning how the development of the technology is going to help us, then we are going to be in a biggest trouble, the biggest problem that the technology itself is going to look as a threat to our well-being. Remember, this is life. And what we say life is also equal to mind, is also equal to Holy Spirit, is also equal to what we truly are. We are the light of the world. So we have to learn and grow with all these things, not letting what we have built for ourselves right here on the planet destroy us. No, we don't need to let that happen to us. We have to learn in a perfect way. That is understanding technology that is there to boost our well-being, not to destroy us. If there are some aspects that it might happen that they are going to destroy us, then we can raise our hands and say no to other of the technology we are building that are not inhabitable for our well-being. That is what the most important thing. We have to build heaven on earth. Or if we will fail to build heaven on earth right here, then we are going to build heaven on the other planets. So life on the other planet, what do you think about it? It's going to be something we are not able to explain. There are aliens, and we say we are the aliens. They might come there on other planets. They might come to visit us. What will they find us with? Will they laugh at us, or will they say, "Oh, we are the least, so let's go far with this"? That is what we really need to focus on. That's why we focus on learning and growing and actualizing. Actualizing is like you are now, you have awakened, then you know everything, you know where we are, where you are, you know why you are, and you know where you are going. That is where now actualizing coming. So the expert predicted natured artificial intelligence will amplify human effectiveness but also threaten autonomy, agency, and capabilities. So it's not like the AI is going to affect our effectiveness or threaten our autonomy or agency and capability. Only if we are not cautious of what we are doing, what we say, what we are learning. Remember, we say, as we are grow, once you speak, you learn, you create, and we are here on this planet right now as beings that we share information, we learn from each other. And as we in a process of learning and growing is where we evolve. That's where our evolution comes in. And it's only natural selection that ends in now in separation that you have failed to evolve. Others have evolved further than you have done. They spoke of the wide-ranging possibility that computers might match or even exceed human intelligence and capabilities on tasks such as complex decision-making, reasoning, and luxury and sophisticated analytics and patterns recognition, visual acuity, speech recognition, and language transition. All this visual acuity language transition is encompassed in how we understand our avatar. Our avatar, remember, we have the five sense organs, and five sense organs. We also need to now know the reasoning itself, that is also a sense organ on itself. For your brain to interpret, because remember we say our brain acts as a filter. Once you saw something, it's a reflection from the light that is, and the first light that we face on the horus is light from the sun. You see, so once we are interpreting that, is now our reasons that have come in. So we also need to incorporate our brain that it has a sense on its own. That's why we cooperating with that. For us to understand the avatar better, we also need to comparate what we experience and interpret once we have closed our eyes, once we have closed our ears, once we have closed our nose. We also need to understand that our brain, as it is filtering, it also aid in reasoning, and reasoning is also another part of as a sense organ. And that is what is going to help us understand better ourselves about the avatar we have, and understand that we are also internal beings of light, and relate now how light as a source as intuition linked to the avatar, and avatar respond to the way it responds in either or other way. But the only source of this information is about learning, growing, and actualizing. Once you do that, then the everything, because of the time you were born, everything was added to you. It's up to you to express the wholeness of it or choose sides. Once you choose sides, then you know where you want to belong to. But if you don't choose side, then it's whole of you as one, as you were created in the beginning. Remember, even the Bible says, well, the time you are born, God knows you. But we don't say that we should belong to religious activities, but we should know that in the beginning, when he was created, he created you in his image so that you might become like him. You are the one, you are everything that exists. That is what we really need to focus on. Systems in the communities, in vehicles, in buildings and utilities, on forms and in business processes will save time, money, and levels and offer opportunities for individuals to enjoy a more customized future. You see, like now, as we are building the horse, we are going to really build giant and the most that no one else have ever built before. It's not for other worldly beings, no, it's for us to experience, enjoy, and have meaningful experiences. It's part of the building divine society, it's part of building the horus for it to be conducive for everyone of us. But don't let it destroy everyone. We have to let it use it as an advantage that is going to help us positively, not letting it destroy us. No, we don't need to focus on the what we are building as a negative aspect, but we really need to focus on it as something that is going to aid in our growth as humans, as being that we are learning, growing, and we are going to reach safe transcendence, that we are going to actualize everything. And once we actualize it, then it's what is going to help us interact with each other and bring more of conservation. Because right now it's like we are lacking the conservation. Why? First thing it might be we are lacking knowledge itself, or we are holding secrets that we are not supposed to hold, but to share with someone. In the process of sharing, so maybe when we are going to learn and grow, actualize. So you can see all this is all about it. Artificial intelligence is applying all this growth. As we are building the horrors, the artificial and intelligence applies the most. So first is have to realize that you are an individual who is self-conscious. Once you are self-conscious, as you are speaking, as you are that you are creating, the other being is going to learn from you. It might be is from distance, it might be is not from distance, but after you in your process of learning where you are, why you are here, and where you are going, that is going to help in aiding some of the anxiety that it might come with artificial intelligence. Because first thing first, know that you are the right of the world, you are everything that exists. Everything depends on you. So you really need to take charge of it, not letting it charge you or letting the other be you, but you be the charge of everything. That is that I wanted to say, guys. Bye. See you in another stream. Peace.